Hey my friend, protect your inner peace no matter what. Especially if you're facing a challenge at the moment or if you're low on energy. Like myself a little bit, I feel quite low on energy and I have a lot of stuff going on this week. But it doesn't matter, I protect my inner peace. And there are a lot of we have a lot of influences from outside, from people, situations, and also from inside. Our mind can also distract ourselves from feeling inner peace. And first of all, had to learn to say no. I was definitely a kind of people pleaser in the past, I guess, because I wanted to avoid conflict, and it took me quite a while to understand that I always do the opposite. Every time I said yes to something what I didn't want it to do, I created inner conflict in myself, and this inner conflict most of the time created some bigger problems for myself. So it's so important to learn to say yes to yourself and to say no when you mean no, and to stand up for yourself. And yeah, this could be that sometimes a little bit challenging. Also because we most of the time we think we know what's good for us. We think we know what we want. But in reality, I guess most people like myself included in the past, I didn't know what I thought I know what I wanted, but sometimes the things we want are not good for us. And that's also why I like to encourage everyone to reconnect with your inner peace, because it helps you to understand and to learn the difference between your intuition and your ego, or your gut feeling and your ego, however you want to call it, or when your soul is speaking and when your demons, or when your ego is talking. And I'm not this person I'm not this guy who said get rid of your ego or something like that. Our ego is very important, it wants to protect us, and but we have to understand what's the difference between ego and intuition to make meaningful, healthy decisions for our life. And yes, because the ego is very fear driven, and because it wants to protect us, it don't wants us to leave the comfort zone, it don't wants us to go in the unknown. And even if we are in a bad situation, if it's a known situation, like it can be a bad relationship or bad habits, even if it's bad for us, our ego wants us to stay in there because it's familiar. And the healthy way, it's like unfamiliar, it's the unknown. We usually we don't like to go there. And yeah, so inner peace is so essential. Like I said, especially to make the right direction, the right right decisions in your life, and don't make decisions out of stress and fear. So that's an important point which I learned in my life. It took me quite a while to understand this easy or this life lesson. For some people it's totally normal, but for me it was quite an achievement. So yeah, also like I said, I had my protect myself also from myself, from my mind sometimes. I used to judge myself a lot and to dive into negative self-talk, especially when I had days when I feel off or a little bit low, and then it was easy for my mind to um, dive into this negative thoughts and a feeling of I make no progress, or I'm moving backwards or something like that. This, but in these days I remind myself that this negative self-talk and these negative thoughts, they are a lie. It's not true. And like I said, I often have the feeling I make no progress, and or I make more than no progress. I take steps back, but I learned one of my greatest achievements is when I'm in a stressful situation to stay in balance, to stay in a like relaxed mode, even if it's a challenge. And if every time I do this, every day I stay in my center and in a relaxed state, it's an achievement for me. I remind myself every single day, you did a great job. Sometimes it's not every day is for taking massive action in the outside world. Sometimes we need to take action and do something, but sometimes the work is inside of us. Or to be still and to be patient, because I had to learn to be patient and to feel and to know when it's time to move, and when sometimes it's better to stay still and to don't make a move. But I was really out of balance. I I took action when I actually should stay still, and I stayed still when I should take action. So again, inner peace, it's the solution. Build a solid foundation, build a friendship with yourself, to understand yourself. We try to understand other people, but most of us, we cannot understand even ourselves. So it's great to start by yourself. And and to do sometimes, if you made a commitment, like I made my commitment, I want to make these videos, and I already knew there will come some days when I feel off or I don't want to, but I keep doing it. And sometimes the beginning it's not so easy for me to find my flow, or to even to find a topic to talk about. But when I'm in the middle or something, I cannot stop. I'm in the flow, and I could talk for hours. And it also can be for you, maybe if you made a commitment to be healthier or something, or to go outside every day in nature for some minutes. Even if you don't like to do it, go outside, do the small steps, and it's also a kind of showing up for yourself. It's important. If you want to reconnect to yourself, you have to gain also trust from your subconscious mind, or other people call it the inner child, or we have so many names for the same things. But build trust with yourself by staying committed to something. Because sometimes it feels like not a great achievement to do the small steps, but they are actually a great achievement. So even if I talk every time the same stuff in my videos, it's also an achievement, because I could talk in every video just about to stay in your center, to feel, to stay connected to yourself, and to see this as an achievement. It's it's a big thing. It's totally underestimated in my opinion, because yeah, if the storm is happening, most people freak out. There are not a lot of people don't have a solid foundation in themselves, and so yes, protect your inner peace. Learn to listen to yourself, reflect on yourself, and stay committed to yourself. Stand up for yourself. And I'm happy if you keep showing up to my videos. So if you are still here, thank you so much. I love you, and thank you for spending time for me. See you in the next video.